Most people only pay attention to the final product of a successful entrepreneur. They say things like, I can never be like them, or they got lucky. What most don't see is what they've overcome. All the struggles, the daily rejections, the heartaches, the betrayals, the rumors, the criticism, the empty bank account, and all those lonely nights while trying to make their vision a reality. You see, the only difference between the one who quits and the one who doesn't is that they showed up every day. They worked hard every day. They hustled every day. They learned from a proven mentor every day. They improved every day. They did all this even though they felt like quitting every day. And eventually, they became who they are today.
All right, you guys, I love that video. I watch that video probably at least once a week, to be very, very honest, because, well, I guess before I get started, I guess I should introduce myself. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Krista Wiley. I am a 1-star double platinum. I am a 2-time IATAN card holder also. Like I was saying, I watch that video quite often because I admit that I was somebody who used to say, well, they got lucky. They had it easy. They must be somebody special, right? You guys, I'm going to ask you to be very vulnerable today. I'm going to ask you that we deeply dive into some things and we be honest, because it's only from honest places that we can actually grow, right? How many of you, put in the chat box for me, how many of you guys have ever looked at somebody in this company and said how lucky they are? How it must have been easy for them. I'll admit, I said it. I did it. Right? I looked at Charles and Nikki Lee and I said, dang, they're so lucky. They're so lucky. Until I understood their story, until I knew their story and how impactful that is, right? To lose everything and get it all back. Right? Can everybody agree that time passes? Time passes. No matter what you do, time passes, right? In the past, that was my default perception of others, right? Same with Kristen, not necessarily this, but others. I think I've said, man, I wish I had their drive or how they can do that. I love that, Ariel. Anybody else ever had that? I wish I had their drive. I wish I could do that. That's my downfall, right? I wish I had that drive. You guys, where does drive start? Where does drive start? Who makes you driven? It's within. It's yourself. Nobody could tell me to get up and work. You guys, I can tell you, do something with your business for at least 1 hour every day. But I'm not in your house. I'm not in your home. Sarah's not in your home. Amy's not in your home, right? Julie, like none of us are in your home. And some of my leaders know when I get on the phone with them, I can't make you do it. I can tell you what I did. I can tell you what you need to do. And where that starts is your why. If you don't have a profound why, it's very easy to quit. If there is no ramification of quitting, is it easy to quit? Yes or no? Is it easy to quit if there's no profound outcome of you quitting? Right? You just go to your back office, go to the account, you hit cancel, bye, sayonara, see you later. Right? But if you develop why you're doing this business, you develop why you continue to work at your business, it will make it harder to go to the back office and hit cancel. You might waver over it and you're like, nope. And that's what we're going to develop today. Okay, some of you guys may have already thought you developed your why. You might think you already know why. I have found in talking to people, their whys are surface level. And if you stay surface level, it is not powerful enough to make you move. It's just not. Right? So let's go over a couple of things. Let me go ahead and share my screen and pull up. All right. Why do you need to know your why? Why do you guys need to know your why? I feel too determined to quit because so many of you inspire me. Absolutely, Ellen. Right? Why do you need to know your why? It gives you purpose. Right? It gives you purpose. Rather than just going through the motions, knowing your why gives you a reason to get out of bed each morning. It gives you clarity on what you want out of life and what you need to do to get there, allowing you to set meaningful goals and crush them like a boss, right? When you have a clearly defined sense of purpose, it boosts your self-confidence and allows you to pursue your dreams unapologetically. I will never apologize for my success in this business. Ever. I am never going to apologize for how much I make. I am unapologetic about it because I have purpose and I have developed a why. It fosters passion and dedication. When you are focused on something that sets your soul on fire, your commitment to your goals and dreams becomes unwavering. Instead of being intimidated by things that are challenging, you find the will to roll up your sleeves and get it done. You have the energy to reach for more, and you won't settle until you crush your goals, regardless of the obstacles that are thrown in your way. You know, sometimes there's activities and events that happen and I'm like, man, you know what? It'd be really fun to go do that. But guess what? I have a training. Right? Why? Because I have a goal of helping all of you be successful. So you know what? Sometimes I give up things for myself, for others. But I have passion and dedication for this business and this company. Your goal and your why will make you hyper-focused. When you find your why, your goals become much more refined and you gain greater perspective. It becomes much easier to see what is and isn't important, and you become less tempted by distraction. You guys, I am no longer distracted when I go on Facebook because my purpose to be on Facebook is to grow my business. I don't have to fight the urge when I go on TikTok to post a TikTok, to search TikTok for an hour before I get to work. Why? Why is that? Because I am hyper-focused on my goal. I'm hyper-focused on my why. Same here. YouTube isn't the same anymore. It's taking little aspects of your life and making little changes, right? Your kids are outside playing in the yard. Cool. They have nothing to do with you. They're playing in the yard without you. They'll be fine without you sitting out there and drinking a glass of lemonade. Take that 30 minutes of them playing by themselves to go do something for your business. You're not taking anything away from them. Be hyper focused. You create a why, you create a goal, and nothing will stop in your way. Right? Your why is going to make you happier. Having a clearly defined sense of purpose adds depth and dimension to your life. It makes you feel more fulfilled and allows you to handle setbacks and adversity in a healthier way. Your why suddenly is going to make you not sweat the small stuff. Nothing is going to get in your way because you want to be happier. You want all of those things. How many of you are like, man, I want to make X amount of dollars in this business because of XYZ? And will that XYZ make you happier? Right? So you set the why, you set the goal, because doing this is going to make you happier. Right? So why you need to know your why. Okay. Next. So what's a why statement? Some of us have stories, some of us have statements, some of us have ideas, but have you written them down? Have you specifically identified them? According to Simon Sinek, which if any of you guys have never watched any of his things, YouTube Simon Sinek, he is amazing, super motivational, right? In just a minute, okay? Simon Sinek says it's the compelling higher purpose that inspires us and acts as the source of all we do. Simon Sinek, S-I-N-E-C-K. If you put in Simon Sinek, even if you botch his last name, it'll come up. I love Simon Sinek. Okay. So that's kind of what your why statement kind of, if you're needing to develop it or you needed to decide, right? The compelling higher purpose that inspires us and acts as the source of all we do. All right, last picture. How do you structure your why statement, right? A good why statement is simple, short, easy to understand. Now, to be honest, sometimes our whys are a little bit longer. Don't include what's, the tangible things we do. They're clear and can be understood without further explanation. Some examples of some good ones are to leave a positive impact on people's lives so that they can realize their true potential. You don't need to explain anything further than that, right? You want to have a positive impact on people. To consistently grow, develop, and challenge myself so that I can be better than the person I was the day before. Isn't that the hope for all of us? Right? Is it not the hope for all of us to be a better person tomorrow than you were today? So we're going to work through your why, right? I'm not just going to tell you guys all that and then just walk away. We're going to work through your why. And that's going to be that thing. By the end of this, you guys are going to have when you are feeling whatever feelings or emotions you're feeling, it's going to bring you, like, you're going to look at that and be like, nah, ain't happening. For those of you guys that haven't heard my story, I'm going to tell it to you again. Maybe it will kind of bring some thought as we go through yours. Okay, paramedic, 15 years. I thought that's what I was going to do forever. I think a little piece of me was always like, I'm going to be a paramedic until I find a man, and I'm just going to stay at home. I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. That was never something that I really, truly wanted to be, but I kind of liked the idea, right? So in the back of my mind, that was a goal in my life, right? I want to be a stay-at-home mom. Have I hit that goal? That is a goal that I set before Ben was even a thought in my eye. Now, it may have been an offhanded comment or an offhanded thought or something I thought about every once in a while, but I got to make it a goal. Like apparently it was a goal. and I made it happen. Right? So how it happened is unfortunate, right? Got hurt on a call, blew out my back, was at home recovering, pandemic hit. Well, rephrase that. I got hurt 2 months before the pandemic, right? I always wanted to be in the travel industry. Didn't really think too much of it, but I was like, oh, it'll be a hobby. I had all but given up on my dream of owning a travel agency. I'd all but given up being a travel agent, right? But I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take one more stab. Let's see if I can find something. Let's see if I can do this, right? So I decided, you know what? I'm going to take a chance on myself. I always believed in my head. There was two things I was going to do. I was going to own a travel agency or I was going to own a bar. Those were the two things that I want. Those were the two things. But you guys see, both of those were owning. My goal was to own something. Okay. So own a travel agency. All right. So let's figure that out. All right. Well, now I have this, it's a hobby. It's whatever. Then I was faced with the fact that I was going to get medically retired. That was a pivotal moment. Well, I'm getting medically retired. I have to make a living. We have to make money. So what do? Do I go look for a job and have to leave the home? Which for 2 years, I had been a stay-at-home mom. Like, dang, this is kind of cool. I don't have to wake up to an alarm. I don't have to get dressed for work. I get to do the laundry and cook dinner and do all of these things, right? I get to raise my kids. I can take all of that away to go to work. Or I could make this work. That was my pivotal. Make this work, go back to work. Well, I made the decision. I said, no, I'm going to make this work. And there was this option B over here was never going to be an option again. It just wasn't. But I had to decide this was it. I was not ever going to allow myself an excuse why this wasn't going to work. Wasn't an option. Okay, so now I've decided that this is the only option. That's all I'm going to do is this is my option. How do I make that work? Okay, how do I make that work? How do I get into this place? How do I do that? You guys, let me tell you that my mentors, and not even directs, not even, in my lineage or anything else, let me tell you, I talk to Charles Lee probably every other day. I talk to Nikki and Charles at the same time. I actually have an award, this one, right? It's actually up there. I got it from Charles and Nikki 1 month prior to Nikki passing away. It's a dedication award. Because I was never going to allow anything to stop me. So the only option was to ask questions. What do I need to do better? What do I need to do better? What do I need to do better? Okay, I need to do better. You guys, I still ask that question. What can I do better? 3.5 years later, right? So I was at this precipice. I was like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm doing. I had 2 goals. Well, at first I had 1 goal. I wanted to be an ITAN card holder, right? That's all I was interested in. I just wanted to be a travel agent. I just wanted to, I wanted to book travel. My second thing that I really wanted to do was train because I love training. I love teaching. I love that teaching is my passion. How do I get there? How do I get to that goal? Well, pandemic happened, right? There was more vacations canceling than vacations booking. There's 2 requirements in order to train. Well, one or the other. You either have 15 bookings or you rank a silver. Well, I wasn't getting 15 bookings right then and there, but I knew that I could hit silver. So my goal was, I'm going to hit silver so I can train. That was the goal. Not 15 goals. That was the immediate goal. I need 9. I need to bring 9 people into this business. I need to show 9 people how amazing this company is. I need to have 9 conversations in order for me to train. Do you guys see how powerful that goal can be? I didn't have 15 goals. I had 1 goal. 9 yeses. The only thing that stood between me and my goal was 9 yeses. Was I going to let anything stand in my way? No. Come hell or high water, what I wanted was way more important than what anybody else wanted. So I went to work. Okay. I hit my goal. Awesome. Right? You guys, I've never, ever in 1,000, I used to tell people I don't want to be platinum. But the reason I didn't want to be platinum was because I didn't think I could be platinum. I thought that it was so far-fetched. I just didn't want it. And I told that to Charles one time and he laughed at me. And I'm like, excuse me, rude. Like, you're laughing at me. And he's like, so you're telling me that the only thing that's coming between you and a platinum paycheck is because you don't think that you can? Do you hear like the ridiculousness in that? You have the power to do anything you want to, not just me, but all of you. You have the power to do that. So he's like laughing and I'm like, dude, like, I'm about to hang up on you. This is rude. And if you guys have ever heard, like, I love Charles to pieces. Like, I bleed for him, right? Like, it was laughing at me. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, right? You can. Like, you guys, the only thing that was a mental mindset, right? That was the only thing. Like, I had to change the mental mindset of, well, yeah, I can do that, right? But here's the thing. I had 2 goals then. I wanted to be an IATAN card holder and I wanted to be a platinum. Why did I want to become a platinum? Because I just got challenged. I was challenged. I've seen Dirty Dancing one too many times. You don't put baby in the corner. Don't tell me I can't do something, right? Like, just don't, like, that's not an option. So you tell me that I can't, I'm going to prove you wrong. And guess what? The only person that gains anything by proving you wrong is me. So now I get 2 things. I get to prove you wrong and I get to succeed. Eric, platinum is a team size of 300, but it's like has to be built in a certain kind of way. But I had 2 goals, IATAN and platinum. Now I wanted to hit IATAN first. That was what I wanted to do first because I was a travel agent first and foremost. Guess what I did? I hit IATAN first. And I wasn't slowing down on the platinum thing to get the IATAN. I just decided to have 2 goals, right? So here I am. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get IATAN. Nothing stopped in my way. You guys, I actually made in Canva, I actually have a progression of success video that I made. Every time I hit a goal, I made a new slide for it. I hit executive, I hit bronze, I hit silver, and there's a date on it. I hit IATAN, I got this award. I hit platinum, I got this award. I hit 2-time IATAN, I did this. I'm a visual person. I had to visually see the progression of my goal. I told myself my family wasn't going on another dang vacation until we hit platinum. Well, what was my option going to be? Never go on vacation again or hit platinum? Right? So really understanding your why is so fundamental to your own success, because guess what? Kevin could succeed or not succeed. That doesn't affect me. Right? Krista, even though she has the same beautiful name as me, right? Her success doesn't affect me. I mean, it does in a sense, right? Because I get proud, very proud when our team succeeds. Honestly, when I was on stage at convention this last year and I had some of my agents, I mean, I was yelling and screaming, my IATAN girls. I apologize. It was only girls. It's not like I'm leading out the guys, but right. I was super excited when I watched back a video of somebody that was being promoted as a gold, and I got teary-eyed just watching them. I look at the video, I look at the photo of Christine on there, and I was like, man, I knew from the moment that Christine started this business where she was going to be. And I still know where she's going to be. Right? So, you guys, what I want you guys to do, take that piece of paper. I want you guys to write down when you went to the presentation. Okay, we're going to take it all the way back there. I don't know if you guys have been in the business 5 minutes or 5 years, right? Take it all the way back to the very beginning. When you guys saw that presentation, what made you say yes? Write it down on the piece of paper. You guys put it in the chat box. I want to hear, what made you say yes? You went to the presentation, whoever did your presentation, it doesn't matter. What made you say yes to this opportunity? Flexibility. I just felt it in my gut. Make my own hours and work from home. All right, there's 28 of you. I can make money from home and not sleep all day, work all night. A chance to own my life. I'm my own boss, tired of cutting myself short, didn't have to put the kids in childcare, freedom, earning potential and freedom to work freely, the money that can be made while having fun, write my own check, work from home, challenge myself, freedom, work from home and the travel perks, freedom, I can travel and make money, work from home and earn extra income to live without worry. Yes, the perks, opportunity, captain of my own ship. I have a son who I have disappointed. It's time to make him proud. Yeah. You guys, if you don't know, like I'm a tear. I will tear up in a second. That I left my old toxic workplace. I felt that. I wanted to travel, help others live their dreams and have the funds to do it. Make money while I'm anywhere. Travel. I wanted financial freedom. Okay, that's your very first why. Nothing, no way, no how is anything ever getting in the way of Krista and making her son proud. Nothing. I would find a way to tread water for an hour. You guys, I can tread water for about 2 minutes. But I would tread water. Like, you see what I'm saying? Hold on. One of my whys is bugging.
Yes. Can you ask your brother to get it, please? He can do it. He knows how.
Right? So that's your first why. When you get up in the morning, you look at that first why. I want financial freedom. You guys, is that far-fetched? Is that a far-fetched goal? Is that far-fetched? No, it's not. And financial freedom is anything that's your definition. What is financial freedom to you? I can't define that for you. Is financial freedom being able to pay the rent and put food on the table? Is financial freedom going on 5 vacations a year? Is financial freedom building a nest egg? Being able to own a home? I want to travel more. You guys, it makes my heart hurt when I hear people haven't traveled in their life. There are so many places in this world that you should go see, touch, smell, taste. Yes, taste, because there's food. There's snacky snacks, right? Like it doesn't, there's always. Okay, so that's your first why. Okay, let's say your very first why is I want to use the perks of the business. You went on your, you used the perks once. You're like, well, okay, I used my perks. I'm gonna hit a chord, Krista. Brace yourself. I'm glad you're sitting down. Your son comes to you and says, I'm proud of you. Check. What is your why then? Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like your why isn't just a period. It's not a point. It's a comma. right? Here's my first why. Okay, I hit that. What's my next why? Okay. Some of you guys said financial freedom. Some of the, this is why I wanted to start the business. This is what, okay. So now you're in the business. Now you're going through, and I don't know wherever you guys, when you guys started, where we were at, right? You guys are onboarding, right? You're onboarding, you're doing all of these things and you're like, what? Like that's overwhelming. What got you through? What got you through onboarding? Right? What got you to there? Right? Well, man, I've already spent 2 weeks doing this. Like, why stop now? Right? What? And that is why it's so powerful to develop your why. And not just a one level, surface level why. Hold on one second. Hold on, guys. My daughter got stuck on the counter. Right? So now you have your why. But let's say you hit that. What's your next why? My self-confidence. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your self-confidence. Very first time you talked to a client on the phone, how nervous were you? How nervous were you to talk to your very first client? If you haven't talked to a client yet, maybe you're so new you haven't talked to a client. How nervous were you to talk to, let's say, right? We've all had like a significant other. We're like, oh my God, like so nervous, sweaty, right? But the more you did it, the more you talk to them, the more you talk to clients, the more confident you become. Right? You don't just wake up one day with self-confidence. Now, you may be super confident in the way you look, but that doesn't mean that you're confident in the way that you talk to people. Right? How do you become more confident talking to people? What if I told you the only thing between you and success was picking up the phone and talking to your client? Don't be afraid. Right? So work on your self-confidence. I know that I lack self-confidence. What do you do to develop that? I got my first team building response today. That's awesome, Nolan. Lay, yes, ma'am. I get excited talking to clients now, right? My husband loves talking to clients because guess what? It's an opportunity to make a connection. It's an opportunity. Like, you guys write that down. Talking to clients is an opportunity to build relationship, to build that connection. Every time, you guys, if you've not done this, I employ you. Every time you get on the phone with a client, build a connection. I don't care if it's on how many kids they have. I don't care if it's the destination they're going to. Build a connection. See what that does for your relationship with the client. Talking was okay. It was booking that first trip and being nervous if things were going to go right. I have a client. Okay. So you get nervous booking travel. You guys, I had somebody, kid you not, say they wanted to quit and give up on their business because they were afraid. I'm like, afraid of what? Well, I don't know. You're going to quit on yourself, on your why. You're going to quit the possibility of getting financial freedom because you're afraid. You're going to give up on the travel perks and traveling because you're afraid. People are going to say no. People are going to walk away. that doesn't mean that you failed. We learn from everything, right? So you guys, do you guys understand why it's so powerful to have that why? Because it's in the moments that you are the weakest. You got to reflect back on that why. Okay. So let's go through that. Okay, that was your first why. That's what started you. That's what made you get started in the business. What makes you stay? What makes you stay when it gets hard? I pushed through. I will not quit on me ever, ever my first why. Too much invested emotionally. I'm unwilling to stay uncomfortable where I don't want to be. I don't quit because of my why. But you got to develop the why. What it like, don't just like, you got to act like, write it down, put stickies on the, put it on stickies, put it all over your house. I don't care if you have 15 whys, put each why on each sticky, put it around your house. I'm really new here, but I stay because this is a great network and I believe in my why and believe in me. Absolutely, Stephanie. The success story from peers that motivate me. It always seems like when I have a down day, something happens that makes me remember why I love this. True transparency. My parents said, maybe I need to move back in with them. I told them that is not an option. One of my whys. Prove that I can do this. Absolutely. Promises to myself, to him, to my future. I don't give up easily. I just keep trying to learn and move on to earn income. I do bother my mentor a lot. There's no big deal with that. Nothing stands in your way, right? Nothing's going to get in the way of your why. I hate when I hear people, when I hear that people are suffering in silence. Well, I didn't get any help. Well, where did you ask for help? Well, I'm not getting any bookings. Well, what are you doing to get bookings? I want to team build. I want to hit gold. I want to hit silver. I want to hit bronze. I want to hit platinum. I want to hit all of these things. Okay, well, what are you doing to do it? Stop being comfortable in wherever place you are. People, it's funny, like people feel, they're like, well, I'm in debt, but I feel comfortable there. Change is hard. Getting out of that is hard. But nobody should want to live in debt, right? You can't give up on your dream, as far-fetched as it seems. I stay because I believe in me. I know I can only get better and wiser. I want my own business and I'm not giving up until I've tried everything to succeed. And there's too much proof that this works. So you guys, I'm not going to make you sit here and develop every single one of your whys, but understand that you are the only thing that comes between you and your success. And if you quit on yourself. And I'll stand behind that statement 100,000%. Because time is going to pass. Money is going to need to be made. We all agree? You guys all agree? Like, time's going to pass and money is going to need to be made. So if you know, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I feel like a tree is going to blow over. I've never seen a company like this one where everyone is so invested in helping each other succeed. You guys, I will tell you right now, if I stopped making, not that it's going to happen, but if tomorrow came and I never made another dollar in this business, I would never quit. I could make $0.00 for the rest of my life in this business and I would never quit. Ever. The support, the people that I've met, meeting Ron Archer, meeting Reggie Rivas, meeting Jose, having a very strong personal relationship with the founder, David McCovey. Knowing that I can call up Sarah Rogers. It doesn't matter if I'm having trouble in business. It doesn't matter if I'm having trouble in personal. It doesn't matter what. I'm having a bad day. I'm having a rough time. I need to pick me up. I call up Amy Moore. Right? I've not even in corporate. Okay, so you guys, I hope that this helps. I hope that you guys truly understand why you guys all truly understand why. And I think you guys, you have a why, but I don't think sometimes your why, you don't put enough profoundness in your why. Oh, it got hard, so I'm going to quit. Guess my goal doesn't matter. You guys, I want you guys to declare it right now. There are 28 of you on here. What is your next goal? And I'm not saying some huge whatever, right? You guys, what did I tell you? I had a goal in the very beginning of this. I told you I wanted to train. There was one of two things I had to do to train. One of two things I wanted to do to train. That was my goal, right? Nolan said bronze. Bronze is his next goal. Gold before the end of August. Okay. Two more bookings by the end of August, IATAN by November, and gold by end of September. Okay. What is your next goal? My next goal is to book the client that I'm working on and the sprint to bronze. Book my first trip. I just signed up on Wednesday. Awesome. Krista just signed up on Wednesday and here I am. God love you for showing up and not ditching out yet. And followed up by 5 more. What is your next goal? Book my first trip, says Debbie and Elizabeth. My goal is, oops, this went by too fast. My goal is silver by October. Melissa, silver by the end of September. You can hit silver by the end of September. You guys don't give your guys' selves too much time either. Oh, I'll be silver by the end of 2024 because you know what happens? You're like 2024 is way over there. Like I'll start working on it later. Like if you give yourself too much time to hit a goal, you'll put it off. And then all of a sudden it's like 2 weeks before the end of the month and you're like, oh, my goal. Right? I know. I'm a huge procrastinator. I like a good trial by fire. The energy here is amazing and I'm so excited. Love it. You are going to be amazing. You showing up here means you are ready to shine. Reach bronze by end of this month. Awesome, Yuani. My first goal is setting myself up on social media. IATAN in 6 months. What month is that? So 6 months from today is September, February. Thank you. I'm manifesting and appreciate all the support. Yes, end of September. I want to have booked some trips and achieve that sprint to bronze and silver shortly after. I'm chicken. Don't be chicken. You have to set a goal to work at, right? You like you have to, it's funny. So I'm working on my 2-star. That's my goal. My goal is 2-star. And I told Sarah, I don't think I'm gonna hit 2-star by cutoff. You guys, she might be in another state, but I felt her presence right next to me, put a boot up my booty. I was like, yeah, I probably won't hit it by cutoff, but she's like, well, of course you're not. I was like, okay, Charles, which Charles is her mentor, right? So it only makes sense. I was like, she's like, okay, that's cool. Just don't hit it. That's fine. And I was like, this again, right? This again, right? Get my bronze back by mid-September. Sandra, you could do bronze by the end of the month. I already know your numbers. Right? You guys, bronze is 6 agents. That's 6 successful conversations. Wake up. If your goal is bronze, right? Your goal is bronze. That's 6. That is 6 successful conversations. Don't let somebody say no so easily. Do your follow-ups. Check them into the meeting. Don't stop bugging them until they tell you to stop bugging them. They didn't respond. Cool. No response doesn't mean no. I mean, unless they blocked your number, right? But then you'll never know. Stop just, okay, well, you know. Let's see. I need 2 more to bronze. There you go, Ariel. You got this. You got this, right? 12 days. You got 12 days. That's 1 every 6 days. Doesn't that sound so much more possible? Like that's 1 every 6 days. 1 a week. IATM by Christmas. Replace my current income so I can start the year as a full-time agent, silver by February, then onward and upward. I started team building in June of 2020. Yeah, June of 2020. I had a goal. I was going to be gold by my birthday. My birthday is next month. Actually, my goal was by my birthday month. And when I didn't hit it August 31st of 2020, I was like, okay, my birthday. Like I set a new goal, right? Like, okay, like I didn't hit that goal. Like I'm going to set a new goal. I got it 2 days before. No, I got it September 2nd. That's what it was. September 2nd, I got it. So a week before my birthday. Almost a week. I can't math. So yeah, week and some change, right? I want my I-10 by December 2. Book a trip for a family to Disney World to give their kids a time of lifetime. I want to make others' dreams come true. So let that be your reason for you get up and work every day. You guys, I work every single day. Every day. I jokingly said the other day, I'm gonna put a webcam right here on my desk so people can just see, like, I'm not lying when I say I work every day doing something. I'm not working all day every day, but I work every day, right? All right, you guys, it has been amazing. It's been awesome having you guys here. I hope that you guys kind of take this. You guys do your homework, right? There's always 3 things that happen when you come to my meeting, right? Anytime you come to my training, you learn something, you get poured into, and you leave with homework. No, I teach you something, there's a test, and there's homework. I already forgot my 3 things, right? So I taught you something, I tested you, and now you have homework. As always, like we always say, make sure you guys go to Discord. You guys tell them they missed out. They shouldn't miss it. They shouldn't miss it at all. Right, guys? It has been absolutely amazing having you guys all here. I'll see you guys later. Bye. You're welcome, guys.